Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 17th of March. I want to use the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for today's reading. This is the deck that I use in all my personal readings. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times here, and then I'm going to choose 3 cards to see what's coming up on Friday the 17th and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. First card is the Nine of Swords. Got the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. What the cards are saying is that there's a lot of potential here on this day for you to create something and to build something of your own, something that stems from within. And there are great opportunities in a practical sense, work-wise, opportunities, options for finding a way through. But the problem seems to be a lack of clarity when it comes to your own thinking, a tendency to worry, to ruminate. This is 3 in the morning, waking up at night and going, oh my God, my life is out of control. I'm scared half to death. So it's interesting because it seems like all these opportunities are kind of hidden in this cloud of worry and concern. And if you're that concerned with things that are bothering you, you're going to tend to those things. I'm worried about the bills and I'm worried about my relationships and what's going to happen in future. If that's the fear or if that's the mindset, it can be very time consuming and it can be very unproductive because you're just going round and round and round and worrying over things and entrenching yourself in this sense of fear. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is a minor arcana card and it's pretty high up in the suit of swords. It's at number 9. 9 in numerology is spirituality and completion. So it's pretty hefty. By the time you get to the number 9, you experience the element full on. And swords is about perspective and ideas and thinking and making decisions and things that occur in your mind. And the Nine of Swords is very much about worry. And worry can be this thing that we use to try and prepare for the worst. Okay, so I'm dreading something. If I look at all the worst possible outcomes, then I won't be completely unprepared if something bad happens. So I'm going to try and consider all the bad things that can happen here in order to give myself this false sense of control in the situation. Here at the bottom of the bed, we've got this fighting scene, and it's really the anticipation of pain or conflict or being bullied or being done to. So ultimately, the card is a sense of I am powerless. Life is going to do things to me and I have no control over these things. And I'm going to try the best I can to anticipate all the dreadful things, and then I'll be better off. Now, that doesn't really work because most of the things we worry about don't happen. And then, even more unfortunate, the things we think about, we manifest. So, by constantly just going over the potential negative or the worst possible scenario, I feel, and feel free to disagree with me in the comments, but I feel that actually kind of puts them out there and gives them life. So the thing about the Nine of Swords, instead of clutching at straws and saying, okay, if the car breaks down, then I'm going to do A, B, and C to get to work. And instead of doing that, it's important not to try and anticipate the worst, but to say, I am afraid in this situation. I'm powerless. So I'm going to hand this whole thing over and I'm going to have faith that things will work. And that's a good thing to do on this day because we've got the Magician. And the Magician is someone who makes magic by connecting to the higher realms, downloading that energy, channeling the information, and then putting his own stamp on it and creating it in a physical, practical way. So the solution to all the concern and the worry is to connect to the higher realms, because not only are you getting out of this negative mindset, you're also actually putting yourself in a position where you can be productive, because this is not productive. Oh my God, what's going to happen to me? That is not someone who's going to be at the height of their own creativity. It's someone who's just trying to firefight worries and concerns. Okay, so the magician says the solution to worry and rumination on this day is to use some sort of a spiritual practice to connect to the higher realms. For some people, that's meditation. For other people, that's running around or jogging. For other people, it's writing music or kickboxing. It's really what gets you into that zone of, I am feeling myself, I'm feeling life, and I am connected to something bigger here. For other people, it's walking in nature. So whatever does it for you, connect with that, because it's going to give you the energy and the information to create something magical, which, if you apply it to one of your problems, certainly isn't going to hurt. And if it's something completely unrelated, then it's still something marvelous and magical that you've created despite all the worries. So it's a way of escaping concern and fear. So we've got all the elements here. We've got cups, which is water. Water is connection and relationships and creativity. Then we've got pentacles, which is money and work and the earth. Swords, ideas, communication, perspective. And then wands, which is fire, and that's life purpose and passion and drive. So his connection to source is amazing, and he's able then to choose how he channels that energy, or what area he channels that energy into. So I want to create something wondrous in my personal relationships, and the higher realms are guiding me as to how to do that. I want to have a career where I wake up every morning and I go, yes, I get to do this again. How am I going to accomplish that or build it on my own? So same thing with swords and wands. Whatever is important to you, or that you feel is lacking some sort of glow or something magical that makes you really attracted to it, ask the higher realms today. They will tell you how to contribute something that transforms it into something better, rather than you on your own worrying and trying to manage negative circumstances that haven't even occurred yet. Finally, the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace card is a blessing from the universe. And here the gift is in terms of your practical circumstances. So this doorway opens, a path appears. And if you're focused on your physical health or your career, your living circumstances, plans, practical plans for the future, you're really able to make a lot of progress. The universe kind of extends itself and it says, here's an opportunity for the great job that you've waved the magic wand and now suddenly it's appeared. Or here's the opportunity to actually change your living situation, if that's something that you've considered and meditated on, and the message is, okay, let's do it. Let's create magic by moving here. Then the physical world opens up to you on this day and makes physical, practical change very, very possible. In the most literal sense, the Ace of Pentacles is a check. It's financial abundance. It's abundance in the element of earth. So it's career opportunity and the opportunity to change your environment, to adapt your physical health, your well-being. So ultimately, it's a doorway that opens. And if any of those things are on your mind at the moment, look at those today, because you'll be able to transform them. And because we've got the Magician with one of the pentacles on here, if you specifically focus on that area of life, your practical circumstances, I think that's where you're able to create the most amazing new circumstances and then relieve yourself of worry through action. You can't think yourself out of worry, but you can act yourself out of worry, I feel. Okay, number-wise, we've got 9 and 1 is 10, and another 1 is 11. And 11 is the master number of service. We haven't had that for a while. 11 is really doing something that's going to help you and help other people. And because we've got both of these cards, kind of the universe is knocking on the door saying, hello, I want to tell you something or give you something. You can really serve your own life. Yeah, by creating circumstances which you're delighted with, not just things that you tolerate and go through the motions. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with here on Friday, the 17th of March. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. If you've got any questions about what's coming up in future, or your life purpose, or relationships, or finances, or anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.